But at the top of the show here, breaking information now coming in. We want to get some numbers straight. We were talking last week with Dr. Jane Ruby about myocarditis. Teens had been reported having heart issues. We went over that a little bit, but now it appears that there is a bombshell. Dr. Ruby, thank you very much for being here. What have you today?
Stu, we're about to embark, apparently, from the authorities here on a program to inject children 12 to 17 years old. And the timeliness of this is incredible. First of all, let me set the record straight on the numbers of young people with myocarditis. This is an inflammation, as we talked about earlier in the week. It is an infection of the heart. It's extremely dangerous. It has long-term complications for congestive heart failure, and it is at the root of the cause of many blood clots and bleeding. But before that, let me just share with you that the CDC has been saying it's just a few cases and they're looking into it. Well, they've known about this since Israel started reporting it in the middle of April. It's more than a few cases, Stu. We've got reports nationally of upwards over 150 of those cases. 18 just came out of Connecticut, and 16 just came out of the state of Washington out west. Israel reports that originally they thought it was about 1 in 50,000. Well, they are a petri dish for the Pfizer jab because their prime minister made a deal with that company exclusively in Israel. And what they've come up with on myocarditis, and it's mostly young people, is that it's now about 1,700 cases in Israel per 50,000. That comes out to about 1 in 2,500. And in the world of medicine, that's a big number. Let me share with you the bombshell. The bombshell that I want everybody to know is that the FDA and the CDC and anybody else who's paying attention to the literature knew on December 21st, 2020, that the spike proteins, these jabs, because of the spike proteins, are responsible for cardiac damage. They directly compete with, as I've said before, the ACE2 receptor that is cardioprotective. And so they've known. We've sent you and your team the documents to prove that they've had this information out since December 20th. That's appalling. And they're still going to go forward with jabbing children 12 to 17. And I predict that we're going to see incredible numbers of myocarditis. It appears to be hitting younger people. Let me give you some of the facts. It's only the mRNA vaccines, the direct mRNA vaccines, which is Pfizer and Moderna. It's affecting males more than females. And it's the higher rates after the second injection. As you know, there are two-part injections. And the majority of cases are happening within the first 7 days. So this is very dangerous for this age group. I'd like everyone to barrage the CDC, the FDA. Let them know you don't want this EUA to extend to 12 to 17-year-olds.
They knew.
Stu, they knew.